believe it. Welcome back to Morning Live. 70% of South Africa's children live in rural areas, and many live in households with incomes below the poverty line. So as a result, these learners often lack access to the most basic healthcare services. This often results in them missing school days and impacts their ability to concentrate on school activities in the classroom, causing poor pass and retention rates. To talk about how we are trying to combat this is Bernice Maponyane, a social worker and education program manager at the Adopt a School Foundation. A very good morning to you and welcome to Morning Live.
Morning. Thanks for having us.
Just talk to us a little bit about the reported 60% of our youth that have not achieved a matric qualification, which actually impacts on their employability, and what Adopt a School are actually doing to help combat this.
Adopt a School Foundation is a non-profit organization, and our main focus is to support this education system in South Africa through infrastructural development, curriculum development, and also the social development. We have been working in the schools for the past 15 years, and we have realized that the social ills in the country is really impacting on the performance for our learners. In most of the communities, as you've already indicated, these learners come from poverty-stricken families, disorganized families. They don't have adults, most of them, that support them, and that has impacted seriously on their performance. And we are sitting with learners who are on a deadlock, cannot really get to matric, or they drop out of school because of that.
So what does Adopt a School aim to actually do?
We are facilitating what we call the whole school development model. As you know, first of all, the state of our schools in our rural countries is very much appalling. It's not a good learning environment. So we are helping schools through the whole school development model. We are helping schools with the development of infrastructure. Your classrooms, your science lab, library, and we are also supporting educators with the curriculum. Support your science, maths and counting subjects so that they can be able to help learners. And we are also looking at the social needs of learners, which is the most area that needs us to focus on, because learners come to school not having food, not having uniform. The girl child misses lots of days per month at school because of lack of sanitary pads. So Adopt a School Foundation has developed a whole school development model so that we can look at the learner holistically and address all these needs together so that the school can be a good learning environment.
But I suppose also it's particular to a certain school in a certain area, because the challenges that are facing perhaps a school in Limpopo are quite different from those that you would find in the rural areas of the Eastern Cape.
Yes, we're working throughout the country, and we're working in the pockets of the villages that no one goes to. And in these areas, we found that absolutely there's no resources for these learners. So those are the areas that we are going to.
And how do you actually go about deciding what is the most necessary thing for these different rural schools? Because sometimes the challenges are just so vast and they're so deep, and just trying to actually tackle them. I mean, how do you decide what is most important to actually get the learners to pass matric?
We go into the school and we do what we call the need assessment. And through the need assessment, we kind of prioritize. Our need assessment looks from, as I already indicated, the learning environment and also the curriculum development. So we would look at how are these learners performing in this environment. Do they need classrooms? Do they need a science lab? Do they need a library so that they can start learning the culture of reading? Do we need to really concentrate on the science subject or on the math subject or accounting, which we call them the gateway subjects? And also we also look at the environment condition where the learners are coming from. As I've already indicated, mostly now our priority is on the girl child who is missing school because of the lack of sanitary pads during their menstruation period.
What about the educators? Because these are the people that are often overlooked when we speak about the education problems and the challenges that we actually face.
Interestingly, we work closely with educators. We work closely with the Department of Education. Before we go in any school, we make sure that we establish partnership with the department. And when you get to the school, the educators are our main focus. They are the ones that spend much of the time with learners. So we really rely on them to guide us into the real needs of the school.
Another program also focuses on the awareness of sexual abuse and support of victims. What are the psychological effects does this have on the children? And then, of course, the impact of that has on the community at large?
What we've realized is that the sexual abuse cases are still very much kept under wraps. The communities and the learners themselves, also including the educators, they don't really want to open up about it. Through our awareness campaign programs, where we go into the school and we educate learners about their rights and about sexual related issues, things are coming out, and we start seeing the community starting to talk about it. In most of the rural areas, we would find that in a case where the learner has been, a child has been sexually abused, issues will be discussed in the tribal council, in between families, and be settled there, and mainly protecting the perpetrator. But we have seen them coming out now talking about it openly, because we have kind of mobilized the communities and other resources in the community to kind of support those children.
Absolutely, and all starts with awareness. Thank you so much. That's Bernice Mapunyani, a Social Work and Education Program Manager at Adopt a School Foundation. Stay with Morning Live. We're back after the break.
Thank you.